So I'll show you the example was Drew because he's the first one. So everything in green you're going to complete. The yellow is at the bottom, and I'll go through that with you afterwards. But the first thing you're going to do, your name, DOB is going to be your date of birth, of course, height, weight for favorite position. So that's your favorite position. If you like playing goalkeeper and you've never told me, and then for the club you play as a number 2, then put that number 2, and then for your favorite position you're going to put number 1, because I want to know how you really feel about your playing position. The next question, or the first question, is going to be, describe what a camera would see if it's filming you at your absolute best in a game. So what I want to know there is what you look like playing the best that you've ever played. The way you move around the field, the way you win tackles, the way you score goals or make passes, or the way you connect with your teammates. Anything like that that is going to be you at your absolute best, you're going to describe it there. Then from that, you're going to take 2 words. So if one of your things was tackling and winning the ball and maintaining possession, you may use the word powerful. So powerful might be a common word that you find in there. So Drew might find himself saying that he's powerful. And then the other example there is fearless. So those, we're beginning to build what I call a mantra. This is what we call your game face. So powerful and fearless are 2 words that you are going to start owning every time you play soccer. And I'll cover more on that in a second. The third one that you're going to do is to now write a word that you can embody or become. And that can be an animal or a player that you idolize. So if you don't have a favorite player, or maybe you do and it's from a different sport, that's fine too. Or it may be an animal. One of my 06s is a wolf. So if, for example, Drew was a wolf, now he is going to be his mantra, every time he puts his shoes on, every time he thinks about soccer, every time he walks on the soccer field, every time he touches the ball, every time he makes a mistake, every time he scores a goal, every time he's on the bench, every time he's picking up cones, every time he's involved in anything that is soccer, he is going to be powerful and fearless wolf. So everything that this wolf means to him is what he's going to bring into soccer. So it's really important that this third word, especially if it's a player or an animal, and let's say that his favorite player was Gerard Piqué from Barcelona, he would become powerful and fearless PK. So everything that PK does in the perfect world, in a perfect game, that's going to be running through his mind all the time. So that's who he's trying to be every single time. He's trying to be a powerful and fearless PK. Then you take these 3 words, and every time you put on your shoes, and as I said, anything that you do in soccer, that's going to be your mantra. And the reason is, it's really difficult for you to focus all the time. Things happen in games. We have good referees, bad referees. The opponent pushes you. The opponent scores 2 goals on us straight away. We find ourselves in trouble towards the end of a game, or we play a game against an opponent where we just can't score goals. Think about the State Cup semi-final where we just struggled to score a goal. So then, no matter what is going on in the environment for Drew here, he will always be powerful and fearless PK. Powerful and fearless PK. Everything that he can do, everything that he is in those environments is powerful and fearless PK. So really spend some time describing yourselves, exactly what you want the camera to see, and then thinking about who your favorite player is. So Milky might find himself writing Brady here, but then he is going to take everything that Brady is into his own soccer game. So he has to be focused on what that is. So then we're going to move on from there into a couple of goal sections. I want to know what your short-term soccer goals are. So, for example, Drew may be to make the DA. He's also maybe trying to play central midfield. He may also be trying to win the league this spring. So these are his short-term soccer goals. These are things that we can achieve in 6 months or maybe in a year. So we have the season to work with Drew on him being a powerful and fearless Brady, for example, and then how to get him into the DA, how to get him playing central midfield, and then how to get him trying to part of our team for trying to win the league. Then long-term soccer goals. Those goals could be, let's go this one first, high school. Most of you, I think, want to go on and play at high school. Then he may want to go to college. He may want to represent the US soccer at some level, whether that's U16, U17, maybe it's the US soccer men's national team. These are his long-term soccer goals, and they can be, and I actually encourage you to make them as lofty as you like. You want to be the best player in the world? That's great, because I can work with you on making that so. And the good thing about these long-term soccer goals are that you have something to consistently strive toward. The short-term goals are things that are going to improve you in the short term to help you get to this long-term goal. Then we're going to move into the 4 moments of the game. So we have attack, defense, and then 2 transition moments. So transition to attack, meaning we have just won the ball. And then in transition to defense, let me write this properly, transition to defense. So we have just lost the ball. So understanding what the demands are. So for Drew in this example, if his club position is a number 4 or a number 5, which is centre back, and his favorite position is actually number 6, the demands of him in a game are going to be a little bit different. So in attack, we're playing out of the back. What does that look like for him to be successful in playing out of the back? Think about his need for a good touch or a good pass or a good dribble. So then the behaviors and actions from Drew based on that are his need to practice, of course, but then also confidence when receiving the ball. Maybe it's about him being able to break pressure, communicate with teammates. These are all things that are behaviors and actions based on his help of us playing out of the back. Then the demands of him in a game in defense, of course, he's defending as a defender. For the most part, he is stopping goals. So what are his behaviors and actions? For example, don't dive in is a really good one, because if he dives in, everyone goes past him and then they might score a goal on us. Then in transition to attack, we have just won the ball. So part of our model, if you guys remember, we didn't work through too much through transition, but when we've got it, we're looking to go forwards as fast as possible. So then what are his behaviors and actions based on that? So he is looking forward. He is trying to play forward. And then the same thing in transition to defense. We have just lost the ball. So now what is his reaction? Is it instant pressure? Is it drop off? And then the behaviors again from that. So keep your head, just like above. Don't dive in. Then once you have finished this, and these could be multiple points. They could have demands of you in a game. And actually, the more that you put, the more I know that you understand the demand of you. So this is really good for me to understand what you understand, but then also for me to help you, because we're going to, part of our next meeting and action plan, we'll do this individually, is to tie the demands and your behaviors with your short-term goals to help you achieve your long-term goals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you all back in. I'll unmute you all and then ask you if you have any questions about kind of what the IDP is, and then what this looks like for you, and if you have any questions or if you're confused about anything. So, fire away. So let me do this. Sammy, do you have any questions on that? Milky, do you have any questions?
No.
Do you understand it all?
Yes.
Did you like the Brady reference?
Yeah.
Liam, I'm not sure at what point you joined, but do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, you understand it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sammy, can you hear me? Can you confirm? Does this make sense to you? All right, it's gone. Shay, you just joined us. How much of that did you hear? And do you have any questions?
I have no questions, and I heard the whole thing.
Perfect. Pencil?
Yeah, I get it all.
Great. So easy enough?
Yep.
Yep.
Does anybody have a long-term goal that is not high school?
Pro.
Does everybody want to?
Going pro.
Yeah. Pro.
Yeah.
College is on there for you all too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then best player in the world / pro is on there for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then if that is the case for you, I want you to explain and do your best at identifying how. So as you kind of come down here into behaviors and actions, understand how. So at the high school game, what are your behaviors and actions? Does that make sense?
Should we do that for short term also?
You can. And then maybe what you can do also is connect why that connects with your long-term goals. So why would playing for the DA help your long-term goals of high school, college, and best player in the world? Why would, if you want to play center midfield, or why would winning the league help you? Okay, so just help you understand kind of where you guys are at in terms of the future for soccer. Because here's the reality, boys. The World Cup is in the US in what year?
26.
26. So we're in 2020 right now. You guys are 12, 13 years old, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
6 years, you will be 18 and 19 years old. Will there be 18 and 19-year-olds playing in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yes, very likely. Does that mean it's possible that you guys could be?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What is the youngest age that you can go pro?
There was
12.
a guy who played, let's do this. Uh,
12.
There was a guy playing for La Paz FC in Mexico who was 12. Let's have a look. Freddie Adu, I don't know if you guys know who that guy is. He played in the MLS when he was
14.
also Wikipedia, so be careful with Wikipedia.
Mm.
Yeah, he played for DC United at the age of 14, apparently. Let's do this then. Youngest player in the World Cup.
Mbappe is probably up.
Yeah, you
Oh,
like
you played
19.
Mbappe played 2018, yes.
Yeah.
So Mbappe, how old was Mbappe?
In 19.
19.
19 years old. So that's pretty realistic for you guys. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's the standard for you. So that's the idea of this IDP, is just to not only help you understand and see kind of the demands of you in a game, but this is something that I really like, that you can have this mantra that you will create. So powerful, fearless, Brady, or whatever it is. That's what you guys are going to work on. Okay?
Okay.
All right, gentlemen.
Okay.
I will email you all now, and I'll send you the link so you can access the folder. And then when you go in, you just open up your IDP and then begin to work on it. Then let me know when you've done it, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You
Paul.
too.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.